How's it going, everyone? It's a video. I took quite a few clips throughout the day that I had my first work day with the fall cleanups. Finally the leaves are down and I'm able to get started. I did suck up a few leaves and try this setup out with the leaf box and the leaf sucker on here. This is the first load that I've dumped. Just kind of testing it out here to see, make sure everything dumps out all right and the swing away works. I am aware that I have a tail light out there, brake light. I did speed up the dump going up here a little bit just to save you the time of watching it go up. I'm kind of a little bit slow, but as you can see, I thought it was pretty much a full load. It ended up being only about 2/3, which surprised me. I could have fit quite a bit more, but I had to empty the truck for the next part of the job. I'll take you on the rest of my day. I pretty much did a pretty good sized cleanup with a couple of large stumps that I had to pick up and remove with the Bobcat. So I'll kind of narrate as it goes on throughout the day and each of the clips. Okay, here I am on the job, just getting in the Bobcat. I've got these two large stumps you can see to the right of the screen here that need to be removed as part of the job. I'm going to bring them to the dump, get rid of those, and then get started on the cleanup as you see as this video progresses. Going to have to figure out a way to hold open this door just for putting things in besides the leaf sucker. As you can see, I just grabbed a random tree branch trying to hold it open. It's kind of a very windy day and didn't work out too well. I had a little bit of complications kind of getting these stumps in, but as you see, I kind of just picked one at a time up, slid them in the back, and was able to go on my way. And I believe the next clip will be going to the dump and getting rid of them. Actually, I think the next clip was actually a walk around of this property with the leaves and the covering, and then at the end I'll have a finished walk around as well. And here we are just doing a walk around of the property. As you can see, there's quite a bit of heavy leaf fall. I'm not sure if it was cleaned up the season prior. I think it probably was, because it did clean up pretty well. But basically it's a general property cleanup. The house is sold, and the seller of the house has requested that I just go in and neaten things up and do a cleanup. I'm gonna follow up either tomorrow or the next day with mulching some of the beds, just to give it a little nicer look, and pruning a few of the shrubs that need it, as well as maybe limbing a tree or two. Up here you got these suckers growing off the tree I'm going to cut down, and just a few of the things that really stick out, just to make it look a little more well kept. So this is just a walk around of what it looked like before we started, and I'll show you at the end exactly when we were done near the end of the day. Pretty much took the entire day. We didn't get started on this property with the actual cleanup until about 12:30 or 1 o'clock, so it took about 3 hours, I think, start to finish. And here we are back at the dump, just dumping the 2 stumps that you saw me put in at the beginning of the video, and we'll be on our way back to pick up the Bobcat and get it off the job, and then start the leaf cleanup. And here I am back at the job, just loading the Bobcat up. I just picked up this trailer off of Craigslist. It does need some work. It's got some regular truck tires on it. I looked at the rating on them. They're rated for about 2,000 pounds a piece, which is a total of 8,000 pounds. The machine weighs 5,000. You know, the trailer probably weighs 1,000, so it's actually still within spec, but it has 5,000 pound axles on it, 6 lug. So I'm gonna get some really good trailer tires that should be on it, and it'll also lower the trailer a little bit. This is a tilt trailer. There should be some type of mechanism in the front to tilt it. As you can see, I'm using the forks here to hold it, tilt it down, and then I put a block in the front so I can spin the machine around. I could just drive it on forward if I want, but the weight distribution works way better with it backed on. So I do this, I pretty much put the block, hold it up, and then back the machine up enough to hold it down to the ground, then remove the block, and then continue driving onto the trailer, as you'll see. And then got the machine off the job, and then we did the cleanup. I don't have any video of that, but I will show you at the end of this video the final walk around of after we did the cleanup. And here we are, just doing a final walk around before we took off. There is a little pile of sticks in the driveway that I did pick up before we took off. These 2 trash bags are contractor stuff. It is trash, but it's nothing I'm responsible for. You might notice there's kind of some trash throughout the yard here and there, some bottles and cans and whatnot. I guess somebody's already been hired to walk around and clean up the trash that's still around the property after I get the leaves and stuff out. So typically it would have been included, but it was already all set. Don't really do trash pickup anyways, but in a situation like this we would have. And this bed here over to the this center island, this bed here, and then a strip on the side of the garage is what we're going to go ahead and mulch in the next day or two, just to kind of give it a little better curb appeal and look at a little better, as well as like I said, the pruning, and this job will be finished. So have a good one. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Thanks.